Hello everyone, I'm Chase Lee and welcome to my YouTube channel, Real Chase Lee. I'm here to review another movie. For this week I have Digging for Fire for you guys, and this is the movie directed by Joe Swanberg, who brought us Drinking Buddies, was it a few years ago, with Jake Johnson, Anna Kendrick, Olivia Wilde, and oh man, I'm forgetting his name, the guy from Office Space, oh, man. I forgot. Anyways, Digging for Fire stars Jake Johnson, Rosemary DeWitt, Brie Larson, Orlando Bloom, Steve Berg, Mike Birbiglia, Sam Elliott, Anna Kendrick. That's his name, Ron Livingston, because he's in this one too. Chris Messina, Sam Rockwell, excuse me. Jenny Slate. It's pretty much stacked. Anyways, the movie is from IMDb. The discovery of a bone and a gun send a husband and wife on separate adventures over the course of a weekend. So, what did I think about this one? Listen, I really liked Drinking Buddies a lot, but for me personally, this is just a little bit of a down step for me. I like Drinking Buddies more, but let's break this one down. So let's get into the directing and the writing just a little bit. So Joe Swanberg, who did Drinking Buddies, like I said, really knows how to capture relationships and friendships and just genuine people talking to make it seem like we're watching real people and not just, these actors playing these roles. And that's all we see is their faces with their names. We don't see anything else. But what Swanberg does is that he creates an atmosphere as if we are being placed in this setting and watching these people just interact as if they've been interacting for years. So that's what I can really respect about the writing. Well, there is no writing. It's mostly improv. But that helps with the genuine scenes in this film. It's because we feel like Jay Johnson and all these people are friends, and we feel like Rosemary DeWitt and Orlando Bloom are having a good time talking and stuff. I never felt like I was watching actors. I felt like I was watching people. And that's the one thing I can give Swanberg huge plus on. For this one, like I said, they find a bone and a gun in the back of their yard, and Jake Johnson stays behind. He discovers where these bones are coming from, where these guns are coming from, and Rosemary DeWitt takes her and her child to the grandparents' house, and then she goes on a little rendezvous with Orlando Bloom and stuff. And so basically what this movie is and what Swanberg tries to get across is, like in Drinking Buddies, it focuses on friendships. This one focuses on a marriage. So I can't even imagine what the third one's going to focus on. Jeez. But with separating a married couple, they have time to kind of reflect on themselves and reflect on the marriage itself and to really, truly experience distance so they can miss each other and realize that they made the right choice in getting married because they do love each other. But having that separation and really finding it within themselves and stuff without their partner is really profound, and it really just kind of shows you the strength of a marriage and the strength of love. Like there's one shot at the very end with Jake Johnson. I'm not going to spoil it, but he's sitting there, he discovers it, and he kind of like sits there. You can see on his face, and it's like, I think he gets it. I think his character finally realizes that he can't live without his wife, and his wife is always going to be there for him till death do them part. So yeah, I really enjoyed that part, and I enjoyed the improv style, and I enjoyed the story for the most part. The problem is it kind of felt a little thin to me. It seemed like the plot was just one note, and there was really nothing going anywhere. Like the beginning was cool; they find the bone and the gun, and then the ending was cool, but I didn't really like them when they were separated. I know that's the whole point of the movie, guys, and I know that's the whole point of the characters to kind of grow and stuff. But for me personally, I didn't like them when they were separate. I actually liked them when they were together. And maybe that was just me being selfish and stuff because I really like the chemistry between Jake Johnson and Rosemary DeWitt. So that would be my complaints on the directing and writing. But overall, it's very natural. It's very authentic. I love just the improv between all the characters because it makes it seem more just real. Like I'm watching real life instead of a movie. And so let's get into the acting. Like I said, listing off those people, this movie's chock full with people. But Jake Johnson, I've always been a huge fan of him, and I got to interview him, and I'll tell you guys about that at the end of this video. But In this one, he has his like comedic talents and his subtlety, but he also brings a very humble performance to his character to make him seem like he's a three-dimensional person. He's not just a walking, talking, funny robot that's just spouting out funny lines. It's like, because in every project he's done, he's always had like that moment where his character is like super relatable and super humble, and you just feel sorry for him and stuff, and you get on his side and you root for him. And he has one of those moments in this one too. So I love Jake. I love where his career is going. I want to hang out with the guy. You know, I've hung out with him a couple times with these interviews, but Jake, let's get a beer sometime. But the whole supporting cast, like Rosemary DeWitt is amazing. Orlando Bloom is pretty good. Sam Rockwell, he's good, but I wanted more of his character. I wanted more, just more of him. Like I said, that might be just me being selfish, but I just feel like there was a lot of people in there, and they really should have made this movie a tad longer to focus on a little bit more of each person. I just felt like some people just came and went, and you know, I wanted more. But everyone that was in the movie for the time that they were, if you want to talk about acting, everyone delivers pretty good performances. So I have no complaints there. Cinematography, it's a very clean looking independent film. It looks really nice. The one thing that Swanberg does very, very well is that if you watch Drinking Buddies and in this movie, because it primarily takes place at night, is that he uses the night setting to his full advantage. He uses fire, like in a fire pit with characters around it, and he uses the moonlight very well. He's a very good director when it comes to making night scenes. You know, that's not easy. I've tried to make a night scene before on some of my film classes where I went to school, and that crap ain't easy. So I give Swanberg full props for fully utilizing a night scene because they look very beautiful. As far as the editing goes, the movie's 85 minutes long. And now you're going to think of this one or two ways. It's either going to be super long and boring to you and you're just not interested, or you're engaged in it and it'll fly by just like that. It was kind of in the middle. Like I said, I love the beginning of it and I love the ending of it, but the middle portion did drag for me a little bit, because like I said, story's very one note and stuff. Yes, I realize that these two people were discovering within themselves and stuff, but I want a little bit more to it, a little bit more oomph. You know, the movie's only 85 minutes. They could make it a little bit longer, maybe 10, 15 minutes. I don't know what you could do with the story. I'd have to see the script, but like I wanted it a little bit longer. And once again, that might just be being selfish, but I figured that making it a little bit longer would really kind of give the story a little bit more push and a little bit more push to some of the characters and stuff. So that would be my own complaint for the editing, but I love the beginning. I love them finding the bone in the gun. You're just like, oh man, where's this going? And then I love the ending with the realization from both of the characters, them coming home and stuff. I like that. I like those moments, but for the most part, the middle did kind of drag for me. So overall, this is not one of my favorite independent films of the year. If you like independent film, you'll probably enjoy it, or you might not. But if you like Drinking Buddies, I'd still say give this one a shot as well, because it's from the same director. Jake Johnson also co-wrote it with Swanberg, so this one, Digging for Fire. So for me personally, I give it a C+. It's not the worst thing I've seen all year by a mile, but it's also not the best thing I've seen all year. It was just kind of so-so, but I love Drinking Buddies, and this one's kind of eh. I want to see the third one. I want to see the third collaboration between Johnson and Swanberg. Johnson is filming New Girl in October, from what he told us. And he said they usually film that for about 8 or 9 months. So he probably won't film another movie like this, like an independent film, until the summer of next year. So yeah, we probably won't see another independent film from Jake Johnson for quite a while. Speaking of Jake Johnson, I got to be a part of a roundtable interview with Jake Johnson, who co-wrote and was in the film, and actor Steve Berg, who was also in the film. I didn't have a chance to ask any questions, but my wonderful journalists around me got to answer or ask questions and stuff. And the thing is, like, I was okay with just sitting back on this one. I kind of just wanted to film it from the sidelines. And all the questions that other journalists asked were way more professional than me. Those were the questions I was going to ask either way. So you're not going to hear me get this full interview and stuff. So yeah, have fun with that. Link will be in the description below for that. Give it like, it depends on when you're watching this. If the link is not in there, that means it's not done uploading. But if the link is there, go ahead and watch it. But that will be in the description as well. So you can follow me on Twitter at RealChaseLee. Subscribe here. If you want to go follow the website that I write for and that invites me to these interviews, DallasNews.com, boom, below. And intro and outro music is done by my friends band Fervent Roze. If you want to check them out, link will be in the description below as well. So tune in next time for whatever movie I review next. I'm Chase Lee from the Real Chase Lee YouTube channel. See you guys next time for whatever I review next. Let's play. Sorry, I think of this review looked a little internet's not like. See you guys later.